So today we're talking cultural shocks, and I thought, what better way to show you the cultural shocks of living in Germany than actually being here, actually being in the city center of Munich in Marienplatz. So I'm just gonna talk you through a few things that really shocked me when I came here. And I've been living in Germany for about 2.5 years now. So I think I've kind of had time to discover the things about Germany that I didn't really know before. So without further talking, let's just hop right into the video and discuss cultural shocks in Germany. If you've seen other cultural shocks for living in Germany videos, you probably know that on Sundays everything is closed in Germany. And this can be a bit weird at first, especially coming from a culture where we kind of used Sundays for grocery shopping and just purchases for the week to come. But here, as you get used to it, it becomes kind of cool to just have this work-free day to just enjoy life and soak in the sun and just relax and be with your friends and families, or just take a walk, or just listen to a street concert like this one. Like, this is what Sundays are for in Germany. I find that so wholesome and so refreshing, and I went from like hating the fact that I always used to forget to do my groceries on Saturday or during the week, and I was just on Sunday, oh my god, I don't have anything to eat. But really understood that this is really what Sundays are for. So I think the first thing that shocked me the most when I came to Germany was the trust that Germans have in people. And it was, I know people don't really talk so much about this, but it's so crazy. Like, I could literally leave my bike unattended, unlocked in the middle of the street, and I'm pretty sure I will find it tomorrow or the day after tomorrow in the same place without it being stolen or, you know, missing pieces or something. And it's so crazy coming from a culture where people don't really trust each other that much, or where people just assume that the other people is not necessarily honest with them. And of course, I'm not generalizing, like that's not the case every single time, but it's usually like that. And coming here to see how much trust the Germans have in people, and just I have the perfect example, and this was literally, I think, my biggest shock here. I was actually in the city center at going in a perfume shop, and I was with my boyfriend at the time, and we were like looking at perfumes and testing things, and it was also like a jewelry shop next to it. And we finished looking around, we didn't buy anything, and then we go through the door, and the thing there starts beeping, and it starts beeping and beeping, and we obviously turn around and to see if everything is okay. We were expecting the bodyguards to like check us if we took something, and a bodyguard saw us from the distance, and he literally screamed at us. He was like,
"Did you take anything? Did you buy anything?"
and we were like, no, we didn't have anything. And from the distance, he was like,
"Okay, you can go."
and I was like, what is this? Like, what just happened? He didn't check us. He didn't come close to us. It was crazy. And from that moment, I think I kept experiencing things like this, where people just trust you. People just have so much trust in you, and it's so refreshing to see that in this world you can still see something like that. It's mind-blowing, and I appreciate this so much, and I really hope that this is not going to be taken for granted. And I'm just super impressed. So that's the first thing I wanted to say, because it was the most shocking here. Another amazing thing in Germany is the cleanliness. And while I know this might not be the case in each and every German city, in Munich, oh my God, it's like insanely clean. Like, when I came to Germany, I was shook, like in a best sense, that I couldn't find any sort of garbage on the streets. I couldn't find one thing that wasn't where it was supposed to be. And even leaves that are falling from the trees are immediately blown once they hit the ground. And also the snow on the streets, I was super surprised that I couldn't see snow on the streets, because they tend to clean it or melt it down, or I don't know what they do with it, but it disappears. Like the second it starts snowing, even when it starts snowing super hard, the streets are super clean, the sidewalks are super clean, and you can sometimes see like mountains of snow at the margin of the street or at the margin of the sidewalk. So that was really surprising, but it's also very, very good for the traffic, for the people walking by. It makes it look very, very clean, even in winter. And also, another shocking thing that I saw when I came here was that the cars didn't have dust on the surface. Like, I don't know, again, I don't know how it is for you, for where you're coming from, but for me, this is like literally shocking to not see dust on the cars. I don't know how they keep it like that. I know the air is very clean. I know that the climate also helps it to be so clean, but it's crazy, and it's so good for people living here, obviously. Another very cool thing is that buses and the metro and anything that has to do with public transportation is so on time here. Like, you know, you've probably heard of German punctuality, but it's like at an insane level. In Germany, you can basically plan your trip at the minute. And maybe where you come from, that's a normal thing, but I struggled back home so much with the fact that I could not ever plan a trip, because I didn't know if the bus is gonna take 5 minutes to come, or 15 minutes to come, or even half an hour to come, because who knows what happened on the way to my bus station and it couldn't arrive, so I'm just gonna be 30 minutes late. But here, the buses and the metro and the trams and everything has such a good schedule. In most of the cities, there is an app. Here in Munich, it's called the MVG app. And there you can plan every trip to the minute. Like, say, if I wanna go somewhere, like if I have a doctor's appointment and I know I have to be there 10 minutes ahead for the registration and everything, I know that I can plan my trip to be exactly 10 minutes for my appointment there, because I know the minute the bus comes into the station, then I know that if I have to make a transfer to another bus or to the subway or to the tram, I know exactly what time the bus or the tram or the subway is gonna be there. And this saves you so much time and really helps you with your punctuality if you're struggling with this, for example. It's needless to say that as a student coming here to study at one of the German universities, you will have extremely good higher education. The education system here is besides free, very, very good. And everything that has to do with the academics, the libraries are amazing, the professors are very good. And especially here in Munich, the two most popular universities, which if you're thinking about studying abroad, you maybe heard about, are the Technical University of Munich and the Ludwig Maximilians University of Munich, which is actually behind of me. And you can basically see like all the students coming here and just chilling, and it's such a beautiful atmosphere. And these two universities really provide such insane academic performances, and people from all around the world come here, and you can expect to find so many internationals here, like in most German cities who have masters taught in English. And if you want to know more about this topic, I have a lot of videos talking about the Technical University of Munich and the LMU University. So make sure to check those out if you're thinking about studying abroad in Munich, Germany. Another very unexpected thing for 2022 is that at most of the shops, takeouts, or even restaurants, you cannot pay with your card. It's just cash only. Or if you go to like Oktoberfest, which you probably heard about, or just like festivals in the street, it's not possible to pay with your card. And especially like in the pandemic times, this was so crazy and so unexpected. And this is also a thing that kind of shocked me, because obviously in the pandemic I was not having cash on myself most of the times, so every single time I wanted to buy something, I had to go to the ATM and just get out some cash to be able to eat something. And that is the thing that you need to keep in mind when you come to Germany, either as a tourist or living here. Another super cool thing here is the amount of vegan product alternatives to the regular products. And you can basically say that here you have a vegan and vegetarian heaven, because every other cafe has non-dairy milk alternatives like oat milk, soy milk, almond milk, coconut milk, rice milk, non-dairy milk. And in the past few years, also supermarkets have brought so many alternative vegan products to the regular products, like vegan meat, vegan yogurt, vegan butter, vegan milk, vegan cheese. Anything that you can think of, you can find in those supermarkets.
I just love this, like I cannot believe that these things are all vegan.
And not necessarily in supermarkets, also smaller markets have started to have these things, and even vegan chocolate, which is so similar to the regular milk chocolate. So it's really, really good for people that are trying to live this vegan or vegetarian life. It really allows them to be able to have the same pleasure of eating regular stuff while eating vegan products. And for example, if they like meat, I have found here vegan meat that tastes exactly, like literally exactly like normal meat. And I find it so important and so good that you can find this huge variety of vegan and vegetarian products here. And as I said, it's so good for the people that are trying to live this environmental friendly life, to be able to live their life as a normal person, because they have so many alternatives, and because this place allows them to be able to have all these things. And last but not least, of course, we couldn't have living in Germany cultural shocks without talking about supermarkets. And I'm gonna say it again, if you've seen other living in Germany cultural shock videos, you know that the supermarket subject is a sensible subject here, because I don't know what kind of a training cashiers have before being cashiers in a supermarket or in a smaller market here in Germany. But as a tourist in Germany or someone new, you experience so much stress when you're past the line and you're trying to bag your products while the cashier is wildly scanning everything at the speed of light, and you don't know what you should do first: to start packing your things, to take the card out to pay, to avoid the looks of the angry people standing in line waiting for their turn to pack their bags as quickly as possible. And you experience so much stress. You literally don't know what to do first, and it's so crazy. And after 2.5 years, I still am not used to it. And Theo always says that I should be calm because everybody's going through this, and it's not like you cannot wait. It's not like the other people cannot wait for you to pack your things.
Even if this happens all the time, that pressure is always on you, and I think you just have to learn to let it go. But this is a process that obviously takes a longer time than I expected. So you should expect this coming to Germany, and this extreme experience at the supermarket, which is at the same time very funny, but also very, very weird.
So guys, that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I sure did, remembering the things that shocked me the most about Germany when I came to Germany. So if you did like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're interested in university and study related content. And of course, make sure to check out my other study related videos, or if you're interested in studying in Munich, I have a lot of videos on this topic. So if you're thinking about studying abroad, I strongly recommend it because it's such a life-changing experience. So thank you for watching this far, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!